What's up, guys? It's Brandon from Watch and Unwind. I'm on the road right now, but I had a couple of thoughts I wanted to share, so I wanted to put out a kind of quick little video. A good buddy of mine, and I'm going to give him a shout out, Rico DeSchulo, because he's on this season of The Ultimate Fighter right now. He's on Team McGregor. He hasn't fought yet, so if you guys are into MMA, make sure to check it out. Let's give Rico some support. Follow him on social media. This kid's an absolute killer. I used to train with him back in the day, and this kid throws bombs, man. He's always out there to knock somebody's head off. So make sure to give this kid a like, follow, and just show him a little bit of love as he goes through the grueling experience that is The Ultimate Fighter. But Rico asked me, he goes, what's a good watch between $700 to $1,100? So I think he's looking to get a watch, and he wants to get some good, some respectable for just around $1,000, which for a lot of people is a decent chunk of money to spend on something you just put on your wrist. When we've been in this hobby for a little bit, we kind of get a distorted sense of reality of what is like a beginner watch or a starter watch or entry level. A PlayStation 5 is what, $400 or $500. You can get an iPhone, like a pretty good one, $800-900. So spending $1,000, you know, on a watch is a lot of money for a lot of people, even though, you know, people spend $10,000-20,000 on a watch. So I had 3 watches that kind of came to mind on what he should get. If you're buying a watch at around $1,000, $1,100, and you really want to get the best watch you can. So what's that mean? Probably the most level of prestige, the highest level of finishing, specs, capability, reliability, but also something that does retain its value. Nobody wants to spend $1,000 and get a watch that doesn't retain its value. So those are all kind of things to consider. I did recommend going the used route with box and papers. If you just buy new, you're gonna take a hit. Those watches probably aren't going to hold their value. So you gotta buy used, but buy it with the box and papers, so that if you did ever want to move up the ladder, you could sell your watch, retain a lot of your value. And you know, you could go gray market like I've recommended in the past. Off a place like Joma Shop, you're gonna save a little bit of chunk of change, but you're not getting box and papers. I think it is worth a little extra money to get the box and papers. So 2 of these 3 watches I'm going to recommend buying used, and then you'll see my last example of the watch I would recommend, you know, just buying new or possibly used. But the first watch on my list is a Sinn 556. Sinn is a serious company out of Germany that makes some watches that, you know, cost multiple $1,000s. The 556 is their entry level watch, but there's nothing entry level when it comes to the quality of this watch. It's ultimate reliability, it's ultimate tool watch, very wearable size, 38.5 millimeters, I believe. A watch that's much like the Rolex Explorer. You can do anything with this watch. You can kind of dress it up, dress it down, super casual wearer. Tegmented submarine steel this watch is actually made out of, and it's water resistance, super reliable, guys. This was just definitely a good watch. There's a big cult following almost to Sinn, so if you get this watch at a good price, it's going to retain 99% of its value. I think I have seen these watches just at $1,000. I saw one the other day, $1,050 new, all the way up to like $1,700, $1,800 on the metal bracelet. But I did see one on the bracelet for the $1,050. So shop around on this watch, guys. Sinn, I think they're kind of hard to get brand new. You got to go buy them from an AD. There's only so many companies that work in America. I believe it might have changed in the recent years. Let me know if I'm misinformed on that, but I don't know if Sinn themselves sell to the American market. They very well may. But buy pre-owned, you're going to save a lot of money. Sinn, you're getting super high quality for your money. And it's going to have a lot of value retention. That's right up there, right above that $1,000 price point. But I've seen it, you know, right at $1,000 if you just wait a little bit, do your homework, really look into it. Check places like Chrono24, check eBay, but make sure you have the option for returns just in case there's something wonky. The other watch I'm going to recommend is a watch that I own myself that now, when I bought it, I think it was $1,200. I walked into AD, I paid $1,020. But now I believe, because they have the ceramic bezel, they're up to $1,350. But again, you can go into AD, you can get a little discount. You can buy it used, pre-owned, if you will, with box and papers for a little bit less. You can definitely buy it gray market for less, in the $900 range as well. And that's the Longines Hydro Conquest. Awesome watch that you can, again, dress up, dress down. Longines is a company that was in existence before Rolex. They have the longest running active unchanged trademark, the winged hourglass logo, and it's just an all-around great watch. The looks, the quality of the watch for the money, again, prices punches above their price point. I believe, like Zin, I own a $1,000 Hamilton, I own my $1,000 Longines. The Longines is definitely higher quality. In my watch box, right next to my Omega, right next to my Rolex, is my Longines. That's literally most people's favorite watch. When I post my videos, everyone goes, oh man, that Longines looks killer. When I show my friends or people that aren't even really into watches my collection, because they're a little bit curious, that's their favorite watch. It's kind of crazy that I have these more expensive watches. I get my Panerai, my Omega, my Rolex, but people keep going to that Longines time and time again. So that gotta mean something, guys. And you can find these right at or under $1,000 if you're buying smart. Don't pay full price for it, but you're getting a watch that a lot of people like at a good price, so it's going to have that value retention. And it's just, the quality is right up there. The brand prestige is right up there, so you can kind of nerd out about it a little bit. And they make watches that, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. This is the more entry-level watch. The Conquest is also a great entry-level watch, kind of like the Hydro Conquest. It just looks a little bit different. So kind of get the one that's there for you. A couple different, you know, dial variations in that as well. So I think Longines is definitely another good one to go with. Let me know what you guys think of the Zin. Let me know what you guys think of the Longines so far. If you have your own recommendation for Ricoh for a watch that is, you know, right around $1,000, $700 to $1,100, I'll link this video. I'm going to send this video to him because it's easy to, you know, answer in video format. So he'll see the comments, so I'll let him know if there's any other watches you guys recommended. One person recommended like a Studio Underdog because they hold a lot of attention. They're around $500. You could sell it for $1,000 on the pre-owned market. Most people that aren't watch nerds don't want to get on a waiting list and then kind of rush to get into queue and grab a kind of rarer micro brand watch. That's like kind of just too much to ask for a lot of non-watch people. They're not going to deal with that. And that's a chronograph. I don't even know if it has any water resistance. For a kid who's in the gym every day, you know, sweating and just riding dirt bikes, everything this kid does, I think a tool watch is really the way to go. You don't want to recommend something that's going to break. And Studio Underdog, you know, Seagull chronograph, I'm just not sure that's the way to go. It's just kind of too much to ask. But that was one recommendation that one of you guys gave on Instagram. But my last watch I recommended is actually coming in under, you know, $700, and I'm talking brand new, and that's the Tissot PRX. The Tissot PRX, it's kind of, you know, hyped up at this point. It's almost a joke that it's like the YouTuber special, because everyone on YouTube got one of these, including myself. I got the Powermatic 80. But with that, for $650, you're getting a watch from a legit Swiss company, Swiss Movement. Not an in-house movement, but it's a Swatch movement, which, you know, the Swatch company owns Powermatic 80. So it's not in-house, but, you know, it's a good movement. It's sort of in-house if you're thinking obscurely, because it is only in Swatch group watches like Mito or Tissot. 80 hours power reserve. That's 10 more hours than my Rolex OP with the 70-hour power reserve. People make a big deal out of. So I think you're getting a lot of power reserve on that. Just new into watches, you probably don't care so much about in-house anyway, but you're getting an automatic movement. You're getting a display case back, so you're able to see that movement, which is going to be cool for a lot of people. Integrated bracelet, beautiful dial, very well done. You know, it's hyped up for a reason, right, guys? A lot of people think that Tissot PRX coming in at $1,000, it's worth at least, you know, $1,500. Maybe a couple years ago you weren't able to find a watch of this caliber for $650. You really can't go wrong. Even if, you know, you're buying this watch brand new, but you have the receipt, you got the box, which is kind of a little cardboard box, nothing special to hold on to, but you have your box and papers, whatever, you can probably sell this watch, you know, $450 maybe, pre-owned, $500. I'm not sure, I haven't really looked, but it has a large enough of a market that you should get some of that value retention. If you buy a Tissot PRX used, which, you know, start at $650 for $500, you're probably gonna have a lot of value retention, but I think it's cheap enough. Buy it new. You're getting a lot of watch for the money. It's a very comfortable amount of money to spend for a lot of people. Again, it's still more than like a brand new PlayStation 5, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, but I'm in this hobby. I just bought a Panerai, so I spent a lot more than that. But I think that's another great watch that, you know, costs half the price of some of the other watches that I mentioned. So those are my three picks for Ricoh. The Sinn 556, you want to buy that pre-owned. The Longines Hydro Conquest, buy that pre-owned if you can as well. And the Tissot PRX, that's a good one to buy brand new if you wanted. You could look pre-owned as well if you want to save a little bit of money on that and really maximize your value retention, which might be important for somebody, you know, just starting the hobby, because they're probably going to move on at some point. So those are my recommendations. Those are watches you guys should consider as well if you're looking for a watch right at, you know, $1,000. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure to let me know your picks for a watch under $1,000. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. It's what allows me to keep making videos for you guys. And yeah, that's it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.